Carlos and Ryan, and we know that you're dying to hear what we have to say today. I say we hear what we have to say today. It's the blank. Fill it in. Fill it in. Fill it in. Yeah.
I'm over it. I just don't want to do this shit anymore.
Like,
I'm
what?
over it. Just this. Just whatever this, whatever. Just this is, whatever you want to call it. You know, just life. Just like work. Just all of this shit. God. Okay, let me know when you start recording.
Coming back from vacation really took it out of you, huh?
Are we recording?
You know what you need? Some Kevin Costner in your life.
All right. So we're just gonna. Yep, we're recording. That's cool. Cool. And on that note,
I think we do.
Young World. I'm Carlos.
And I'm Ryan.
Nutella. And this is the blank with Carlos Orion. Thank you for coming back for another week, another edition, another episode with your boys, with tu hermano.
Oh, is that like a
It's
close to the
Espanol.
border thing?
Hey, man, what the hell are you doing? Are you trying to lose our American voter, our Hispanic voters? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Mi hermano es español. Oh, my goodness. Lo siento, por favor. Tú eres mi... Lo siento.
Wow.
Por favor.
There's
Anyway,
American Carlos out here.
I mean, I'm
American
trying
Carlos.
to get back the fans, all right? We just came back from California. What are you doing? What are you doing? Anyways,
Say
por
it.
favor. Welcome. Bienvenido.
Bienvenido.
Su casa.
I like it.
Thanks.
I like it.
It's horrible Spanish, but it's fine.
Hey, no, I'm
But
getting it.
thanks for coming. We're back. It's been a long time. It's been a long time coming, but I know
You've seen that Kevin Costner
change gonna come.
movie? Chains? Oh,
Whoa, my hey! I said
This
change.
This guy,
I said
man.
change, man.
Holy.
Listen, ever since you told me about that, Carlos said some wild shit. Yo, you've been on some. Listen, I don't want to. Are you gonna be the AO police of every time I say something, say wild?
We go to America for a couple of
Oh,
days.
here we go.
Absolute madness.
Here we go. I said change. Oh my God. Are you the cancer police now? You're just gonna say "Hey yo" every time I say something that could potentially be wild, crazy. Anyways, yes, about this Kevin Costner movie.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, which one?
The one we're just watching.
Oh, Draft Day.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a really good movie. R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman.
I like
Kevin Costner.
yeah, Kevin. Oh yeah,
Kevin
R.I.P.
Costner. Yeah.
I didn't know he was in that. That's really cool.
You were watching the movie.
No, I knew like after the fact. Well, I knew like after as I was watching the movie.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he was in that movie. Like
Before.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's in it. But now it's a really good intake. It's a dramatic piece on the draft, the NFL draft specifically. It's a really good insight as to what goes into the daily lives of an NFL owner before drafting someone. So
yeah, definitely.
it's a good look. It's on Netflix for you Canadianos out there. So check it out. I enjoyed it a lot. But yeah, say hi to the children one time.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Thursday.
All right.
Glad to be back.
Yeah.
Carlos and I we had to take a week off just due to some stuff, and we're definitely going to make majority of probably the conversation about
or at least for this episode, about our trip. Just kind of show that off and talk about that. But just thank you for joining for another week.
Yeah.
Another episode.
Yeah.
Another listen with
Yeah.
Carlos and I.
Yeah.
Definitely do appreciate it. Just taking a week off, and then I had a couple of people message me and stuff like that, and they're asking how the trip was going. We're in and around Thursday, and I'm assuming that's because they know
That we're not
that
posting.
we're not posting today.
They're
and,
lacking a little bit of
I think
blank
Carl,
in their life.
supposedly you did a good job of keeping people updated, though. I think there were some blank posts.
There was a few.
That happened
You
through.
know
I
what?
got a couple messages from
And you
people
know what?
saying, like,
You know what? I'm gonna add some people's kids.
Oh, really?
And you know what? You know who I'm
Wow.
gonna add?
Wow.
You know who I'm gonna add?
Who's that?
Carlos Sase.
Wow.
Carlos Sase is going to some people's kids.
Looking in the mirror.
Yeah, I'm looking in the mirror. Super clear. You looking in the mirror.
Wow.
Damn right.
Damn, man.
You know what?
What
I made promises, folks, that about the last Costa Rica trip, and I didn't do too much photo dumping there, so I apologize for that. And I didn't do too well. I tried to do as much as I could for this trip, so I do apologize for any vacation past that we said that we are gonna photo dump. Well, I said that I was gonna photo dump, but I did it. I got lazy, and I'm not proud of that. I made promises that I could not keep. And I apologize for that. So I'm gonna try my hardest to do as much as I can. So by the time this episode is uploaded, I will have a photo dump of Cali, include as much photos as I can to keep y'all posted as to what we've done. And I've been hearing about things I've been saying has been wild as well. And it's I try to be PG as possible. And to those people that feel that I'm saying wild things and offending you in any way, kiss my ass.
Wow. He went there. This is like
censor me.
This is like bipolar.
I don't care.
Carlos.
I don't care.
As soon as America came into the picture,
I don't care.
Back and forth.
Hey, buddy.
He saw the Golden
You know
Gate
what?
Bridge.
You know what? I went to California. You know what I learned about California out there?
What is that?
That we got the freedom of goddamn speech, baby. Because California, America does it best. All right? We live free, we die young, and we live by the red, white, and goddamn blue.
I can understand that.
Woo! So, you know what? If people have something to say, you can kiss my ass about that. And strictly and frankly being, if you want to report me, you can go to hell too. Because all I'm saying is, if you don't like it, the unsubscribe button's right there, buddy. All right? This is America, homie. You need to understand that I have the right to say whatever I want. Speaking of which, let's talk about all these goddamn terrorist acts that are going on in history. First of all, let's talk about the fact that, like, really, who is it? Like, are we really? You know what? I'm gonna keep it. I'm not gonna say too much now. I'm not gonna say too much. But goddamn it, red, white, and blue, baby. That's how I do. All right. That's all. That's all I got to say about that. I also want to say something, though. I do want to say.
I'd love to hear it.
So we arrived Tuesday morning from California.
Yep. So
this recent past Tuesday
morning. Yep.
So I had actually come to find out that a few days prior that my father was in Ghana, was supposed to come back Tuesday in the evening.
Oh, in the evening. Okay.
Yeah. And he also flew Delta. We flew Delta from Cali. He flew Delta, and he calls me, and I'm like, "Hey, how's the flight?" And he goes, "I'm stuck in New York." And I'm like, "What the hell? What do you mean you're stuck in New York? They canceled all the flights."
How?
And I'm like, crazy. That's insane. That's it. Like, I
don't remember seeing any
nothing. So I'm like, what's going on here? Because we also flew Delta. They didn't cancel anything.
No, I didn't see anything.
And we flew, like, both planes were Delta.
Yeah, we got them there fine.
Yeah, we even had we had layovers, and we were inches away from maybe missing it, but we pulled through. Everything was fine. No announcements of cancellations. When we looked at the screen, everything said on time. So he said, yeah, there was a weather event, and yeah, they had to cancel all flights. He was mentioning that people had to sleep on the floors at the airport. Wow. And mind you, This was on Tuesday. He said the next available flight was Thursday.
Wow.
So he needed to figure out how to get back. So we're looking through, and there was a bus, and I copped him a ticket, mind you. And this was the last bus on the Wednesday.
Wow.
It was the last bus, and he was the last ticket. It was literally one ticket left.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yes, wild.
Lucky.
But he made it. He is back home. He's
I thought it was gonna be like I had to drive to New York.
Oh, hey! Listen, I love my father, but I ain't driving over to New York. No, America for a week is fine. When it was 1 week is okay. I ain't going back for another day or so for America. You need to brace yourself for that country, if you know what I mean, folks. All right, that's all I got to say about that. I love my dad, but I ain't driving to no New York for him.
Yeah,
Take
I
the
get
bus.
that. I can understand that.
Yeah, right. All right, that's all I got to say about that, Delta. Shame on
Delta, yeah, damn.
You
You
goofed
almost
up.
made it. You almost made the WestJet status.
you. You know, you were.
Because if they definitely canceled on us, then they
Yeah, I
definitely would have
mean,
been on some people's
oh
kids.
yes,
But we got extremely lucky.
we
But
did.
part of that is our thing, and I think one of the next things for traveling in general is definitely just scheduling better. I think that's one thing I've learned. It's not as if we had a terrible time.
Mm.
It was just you definitely felt a little bit more pressured to like rush, to get as little of like up in the air time and more on like the land kind of time. And we did
Right.
have to do sort of layovers, because traveling's not cheap. Like it's definitely not. So we're
No.
definitely trying to penny pinch a little bit here and there. So a little bit tough, but overall the trip was great. Delta, they came through for us, I'd say. So sorry to all the people that happened to get affected by that, especially Carlos's dad. Terrible situation.
It's
terrible.
rough, but he made it through.
Yeah.
He made sure to complain about it the entire ride home when I picked him up from downtown. But it's fine. And I do agree with you about not spending, about the whole airtime and land time. I feel like that because we did have a layover coming home and going there as well. The layover in Atlanta could have been a bit more. I mean, we were only in Atlanta for less than half hour, and it's unfortunate. I mean, it would have been nice to visit, a few clubs or so.
His fam.
Just visit
Carl's
fam.
family.
You know what I
man.
mean? I consider Atlanteans my home. I consider them my homies, and I would like to visit some people, and say what's up. Visit a few strip clubs, put a few girls through college.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? It would have been nice to do that. Even Salt Lake City, it would have been nice to stay there, but turn up with Jebediah and Ezekiel for one time. You know what I'm saying?
For the one time?
Yeah, for the one time. You know what I mean? Shout out to the boys out at the farms out there at the settlement. Shout out to the settlement.
God.
Woo woo. Hey yeah, hey yeah,
And
hey
then for
yeah.
those who don't know anything about Salt Lake City, Utah is like one of the most Mormon cities.
One of the most Mormon states.
Mormon state, yeah. So Mormonism was actually created in Utah, from my understanding. So that's why we're making all these jokes when we're happen to be there, which is extremely funny but kind of offensive at the same time.
A little bit. But you know what? They have humor. They have humor. But you know what they don't have? Internet. So shout out to
they'll never
to the
see
homies.
This.
Shout out to the homies. But if they do, I'm definitely banned from any settlement to enter. They have a few here, no?
Oh yeah,
yeah, right. Because I remember working at Wendy's one day. I think I talked about this here, but I was working. It was it was like my last hour of the shift. I look up and there's a whole bunch of Mormons in like the clothing and everything. And I'm like, oh my, whoa, hi, how can I help you? It's like, can you tell us what's good there? And then I have to explain to them what is what and what burgers.
Interesting.
I'm like, oh, okay, all right, and yeah. But do you know what your pick is? I think they all went with like the single combo.
Yeah, I'm glad they liked it.
And then they probably had a good time. But no, but I'm just saying, if you're gonna leave the settlement, Wendy's is the first place you go.
Hey man,
Man,
you gotta get
I
somewhere.
did, man. If I was old enough, I would have been like, y'all need to reach to me. We need to go to what's that strip club that's right down the street
my
there?
God.
Hey man, I'm trying. Listen, they're leaving the settlement, bro. They're leaving the settlement to show them the whiskey a go go. Let's go to Whiskey's.
The automatic thought is to take Mormons to the strip club.
Hey. Let's go to Whiskey's, baby.
Show them the world.
Let's go to Whiskey's. Let's show them what's up.
Crazy.
You know what I mean? And hey, maybe they can bring it home to their family.
It's American Los right here.
There was a married couple that was there. Maybe the wife can do something for the husband. Spice up her life. They're married.
American lows.
You know, I'm just saying, Jebediah. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Whatever. But anyways, let's get into Cali. Let's get into Cali.
All
Let's
right.
get into
So
Cali.
the first, we took off Wednesday afternoon leaving
Yes.
Toronto, and then we landed Wednesday night there because there's 3 hours behind for those who don't know time
Yeah.
zones. We landed in SFO, which is San Fran Airport. Nice airport. Kind of
Yeah.
confusing.
A little bit.
Reminds me of Pearson a lot.
You think?
Yeah, I think so.
It's a pretty big airport.
For us, it's like we're so used to it, right? But then that airport, it seems like there's like that confusingness of like getting off the ramp and going on ramps.
Yeah.
And then like we have the same when you're getting off and going on the 401. There's like a 427.
Oh yeah.
Like we kind of have a very similar approach, and I don't know if it's because of the whole liberal stuff that's going on.
For God.
This whole liberalism that's going on in this country, and then San Fran being a liberal.
Here we go.
It's the goddamn pigeons that work for the government.
Highways apparently have a little political values and whatnot. Oh dear.
But no, honestly, it was pretty easy.
Yeah.
I think the flight was pretty smooth. Honestly, shout out to Delta. Like during that time, that was probably the smoothest.
I agree, especially with the little time we had to transfer.
Yeah,
it was
smoothest
like
flight.
Yeah.
The people were really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Even like the captains of the flight, they did smooth landings, more smooth than I've ever been on. So
I've had a smooth landing once.
Wow.
Well, I was talking about a previous trip I had. What the hell?
No, I still don't.
What? With Swoop? Vegas Swoop?
I still don't.
What? It was a smooth landing. I arrived and it was a nice landing with Swoop.
God.
Why do you have to think that I'm doing that? Saying something nasty? Wow. Anyways, thanks Swoop. Best $50 I ever spent in that hotel room. Anyways, moving forward.
So we landed San Bruno. So San Bruno is where Carlos and I first stayed.
The first night.
We got picked up by some of our boys in a Tesla, which is really cute and nice. So thanks.
And that's
Shout
another
out to
thing
Will
about
and Rohan.
California. I know. It's it's Tesla, but there's way too
Tesla territory.
Way too many Teslas.
You got to see Cybertrucks for our very first time.
Yes, on the road and shit.
Yeah, I saw at least like three.
Yeah, three. I think
3 or 4.
I personally, I believe I only saw 3. I saw 2 stationary and 1 actually. No, sorry, 2 driving and 1 stationary.
Yeah, but definitely like everywhere.
Yeah,
Teslas
are legitimately. It's too much.
Yeah, Elon Musk definitely got a stronghold on.
I get you're trying to still, trying to look cool, save the environment, gas emissions, blah blah blah. It's way too much.
It's a lot of.
Yeah, it's too much. Get yourself a Civic or a Corolla or something. Okay, get actual hybrid vehicle. Tesla. Why do you need Teslas? And plus, we use the map on a Tesla. It sucks ass.
I don't know. Yeah. It wasn't great.
Not great.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that
you would think it would be more efficient.
The map technology was really bad on that, especially with like Elon being the guy that was trying to create like fast trains and then like spaceships, that kind of stuff. Like not the whole Twitter Elon, but like the actual
the
progressive
inventor, the genius of technology,
the genius technology part of Elon.
Yeah.
They couldn't get a good map in a Tesla for some odd reason. But that was really cool. Stayed in San Bruno. A little bit sketchy.
A little
bit quiet.
We were scared shitless that first night. Don't lie to
it was a little bit sketchy.
It was a sketchy ass area. The buildings did not look nice. We went to a convenience store where we thought that we were gonna get popped at least.
Went to a liquor store.
Yeah.
It wasn't the prettiest liquor store.
No,
in the world. It's not an LCBO, that's for sure.
Not great.
But yeah, it did its justice.
It's fine.
I got what I wanted.
The guy was cool.
Yeah, the guy was cool.
We asked him where we can get food. He said there was a McDonald's 20 minutes walking down the street. And I told Ryan straight up, I am not walking 20 minutes. I'm not going to die for a goddamn McDouble on these streets. Hell no. So we walked back to the hotel, ordered some Uber Eats. And we called it a night. Got ourselves
Carl's Jr.
Carl's
Jr. And for those who don't know, Carl's Jr. is sort of an equivalent to like another Burger King.
And it's not my son, Chantel. So if you're watching this shit, leave me alone.
Wow. Sorry, Chantel.
I don't mean anything by that. No. You don't need to invite her in this.
But Carl's Jr. was pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty good. For a late night snack, not bad.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Wasn't great.
KO'd.
Wasn't terrible.
It wasn't terrible. But it did its part. So we woke up, walked around town, in daylight. So
I almost forgot about that walk. That was a nice
it
walk.
was a
San
nice
Bruno was
little
actually
walk.
really
It was
nice.
actually a really nice area.
We got
And
into
then
the sort of like downtown area of that
Yeah.
place, which is kind of nice.
yeah, and then we discovered the town. So our Uber driver picks us up because we wanted to go, I guess, see the Golden Gate Bridge before we meet up with our friends. And while on the way there, she's telling us that this area is actually one of the most safest areas, like like in the state.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh,
Interesting.
well,
Well, we could have walked that McDonald's.
yeah,
then.
we could have walked. We could have, we judged a book by its cover. Is
We're
what
from
we
Canada,
did.
man. We didn't know.
We didn't know.
I didn't know.
They said to avoid Oakland at all costs, though, and we believe that. So,
But hey,
I wanted to go.
San Bruno was nice.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like Carl's was saying, we went to the Golden Gate Bridge downtown San Francisco. Definitely a recommended site. I would
Absolutely.
tell people to go to.
Absolutely.
Like not everyone's into like infrastructure and like the way that cities are built and all that kind of stuff, but that bridge is pretty glorious for what it is. Just the amount of like manufacturing engineering that went into it, how foggy it was.
Mm.
Carl's got some really cute pictures. I'm really hoping that he posts some, or he did post some on the group while he did. It was great.
It was good.
It was cool.
It was good. It was good. I remember my the one part of that Golden Gate trip. I was sitting on the rock there, and there was like guests coming into this certain area to see like the view of the bridge. And there was this one girl, and I'm looking at her, and I'm like, she looks really familiar.
Wow. This
And
is
I'm
like once in a lifetime
Yeah.
thing.
So I'm like, huh, this is interesting. And I ignore it. And then she's with her boyfriend, and I'm like, oh, okay, no, I definitely don't know them then. But the girl looks really familiar. So I'm scrolling through my phone. I'm looking through my WhatsApp messages, and then I look at I find the girl, and I click on the display picture. It is her, and the
Damn.
boyfriend is also in the picture.
Damn.
So I'm like, oh shit! And I look through the message, and I'm like, oh my
Damn.
god, I dated this girl.
Damn.
I dated this girl
Last week.
You
And she's
like-
already with a new dude in San Francisco.
hold on. You think I'm just gonna admit on goddamn on the interwebs that
Dude, move quick.
I'm the side piece?
Something wrong. Something wrong. And for those who are
I ain't
watching,
hold on. Let's be clear. I ain't no sneaky link.
for those who are watching or listening to our audio version of this, Carlos happens to be making winking faces.
I'm not winking. I have a damn allergic reaction.
So he
I'm not winking.
whatever he's saying at the moment does not mean what he actually means for our audio listeners. But yeah, that's crazy. What a big world.
Yeah.
It's such a small world, but a big world at the same
It's a
time,
small
man.
world after all, man.
That is crazy.
And I just like, okay, let's go somewhere else because I'm not trying to have a conversation.
Did she look good? I bet she looked amazing.
She was alright, I guess.
But
She was alright. I mean, she was cool. She was cool.
yeah, no, that's a crazy coincidence.
It was a coinky dink, if you will, and I never want to live through that nightmare ever again.
Yeah.
And but let's fast forward with the story here. So we made it out to our Airbnbs. We hung around with the friends, reunited with some friends.
Yep.
And the next 3 days was just weddings with a wedding, but it was a wedding, but there was days. It was 3 days, no, 4, I guess.
Yeah,
of wedding,
4 days.
Yeah, 4 days of wedding parties
Yeah,
plus the wedding itself.
So the first day, so for those of our Indian descent listeners, you're probably used to the whole Indian weddings. It was 4 days in total.
Mm-hmm.
Absolute madness every single day.
Drinking every
I
day.
haven't drank that much in such a small amount of time.
Yep.
In a long time. Felt like I was 20 again.
Yeah, good times.
But the first night was absolutely stunning. We got to go to their house. They're doing some prayers, which is really nice. Got to see some old friends that we haven't seen in a long time, which is extremely special. And we'll talk about that probably a little bit afterwards. But yeah, this whole tent set up, bunch of different things. We had vegetarian Indian food for the very first time, just during the prayer part.
First time, you never had samosas?
Well, like for
like
the first,
aside
the first
from
day
samosas,
of the thing,
Sure.
So that was really good. Yeah, you know what was crazy about San Francisco and like LA in general is that like when we were rolling into the neighborhood, it looks exactly how it is in like the movies and stuff
With
like
the
that. Like the whole
palm
like
trees and
palm trees, like the way all the
yeah,
houses look,
yeah,
the way that they're separated, the way that
yeah.
like just like neighborhoods are set out. Like here in
It was like a
Canada,
Boys in the Hood episode
yeah,
or movie
exactly.
of episode. Yeah.
Exactly. Like you definitely feel like you're in like a Boys in the Hood like
Mm,
scenery,
yeah.
or like another couple other movies that were like that. Like what's that Denzel Washington one where he's like that bad cop?
Training Day.
Training Day.
Mm.
That was based in California. I'm pretty sure too.
Mm.
So like yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy getting to see what California was in our minds, and then it coming to fruition when we actually
It's
got
odd.
there. Yeah,
It's very odd.
yeah.
Yeah, Ryan crip
Whoa,
walked a few
whoa.
times. I'm like, hey, this is not the
I
neighborhood
was
you do.
not
This is not the
trying to
neighborhood
get
you do
shot
that
out
in.
there.
I mean, why didn't we go see Compton? That's my thing. Listen, dude,
Wow,
come on.
wow,
You're such a coward. You know,
wow.
like we were right in the state. We were just like, dude, let's take an Uber to Compton. I showed you the thing. It wasn't that much of a cost of a Uber. Let's go to Compton. You know, I can visit the set a little bit. Reunite with some
Oh
Suwu
my
and
god.
call it. But instead, you're just like, oh, man, no, I want to go to the wedding, dude. Weddings are they happen, all right? Weddings are whatever, dude.
I'm scared as hell.
But you're once reuniting with the set. Maybe even you can get initiated into one.
I'm good
Don't
on
you know?
all of
Don't you
that.
want that reassurance that you're protected at all times?
I am good on all that.
Whatever.
I'm
Yeah.
a little Canadian boy that likes Canada,
You suck.
living my job,
You suck.
chilling on this couch,
Mm,
no issues.
whatever. Anyway.
Oh, we did forget to mention a couple of different, like before the whole first day of the wedding. We did have a couple hours to kill before the Airbnb. We jumped into an Uber with a very strong religious rock
That's right.
background.
That's right.
He set Carlos
Elderly
straight.
man.
He set Carlos straight.
No. No, he
Um,
didn't. No, he didn't. All he said, he had three postings, literally papers in his car that says, "Please do not use any profanity."
no profanity in my
No
Uber.
profanity
I wonder
in
if
the
we
Uber.
like started swearing, what we would have done. You think we would have kicked us out?
I mean, I don't know, but he definitely would have looked at us. We definitely would have got some low ass ratings.
Cancels your ride.
Yeah.
Like you guys are sinners.
You sinners,
You're
and he
both going to
prays for
hell.
us as we kick,
Yeah.
just start speaking in tongue and shit. Like,
Jesus
get out of my
watching
car, shakaramba tumbarabada. Oh my god! All right, we'll leave. But yes, those three postings. So clearly, the man was not a fan of
No,
profanity.
definitely.
Other than that, jokes aside, he was actually a very nice guy.
Really
and
nice
very
guy.
helpful.
We got to eat at this taco place, which is actually super great.
So good.
Unos Dos Tacos, I think it's
it
called.
was called. Yeah.
Unos Dos Tacos. Definitely go check it out in the financial district of San
Yes.
Fran. That is one place that I would definitely recommend to go to, and I would
Absolutely.
go back if I
It
was
was
in San Fran.
so good.
Delicious. Definitely pricey,
Oh.
but like all of San Fran just happened to be pricey at that point in time.
Yeah.
Like I think Canadian dollars, I got like 4 tacos and 1 beer, and it was like $52 Canadian or something like that,
Ridiculous.
which is nuts.
That's pretty wild.
Like absolutely nuts.
Mhm.
That would be like $35 here.
Yeah.
In Toronto. But it was good. I can't complain about that. That was nice. We took we go to Chinatown afterwards?
Yeah.
The Chinatown, and which that
Really
was the
long
OG
stroll.
Chinatown, which
Yeah.
is really cool. Tons of cool stuff. A lot of little trinkets and stuff like that. One of the
Yeah.
weird things that I thought was like the Persian or the Iranian stores that were there, and they were selling all these like
Dude.
massive
Dude.
like Gokus and all that kind of stuff.
This
That was
guy,
a little bit weird
What
to
did
me.
he say? He said it was called something art. He's like, it's
Yeah,
supposed
like
to be an art store.
premium
And then
art.
the middle of the store is just up to Optimus Prime statue. And
Yeah.
I'm like, it's
It
supposed
was
to be an
like-
art store. And
I don't know. It was quite odd.
That was
It was quite
hilarious.
So we're rolling around, Chinatown, trying to
Yeah.
find something to do. Unfortunately, I was carrying my stuff, so it was up all the uphills and all the downhills. But
Got a bit of an exercise there.
seeing it was nice. Definitely,
Mm.
Chinatown was. I would recommend go check that out if you're ever in San Fran. That was pretty cool.
That was nice. Well, don't go to the bars though, because apparently they're
Oh yeah, owned by Chinese mobsters.
triads.
They definitely are. They definitely are.
oh boy.
100%.
Oh dear.
and then
But you know what? If we had gone to Compton, we would have been protected.
oh my god,
I'm just saying. We could have gone anywhere and everywhere had we just gone one visit and one initiation in Compton. I'm just saying.
And then just before we hop into
Yeah.
our commercial break, Carlos and I paid $100 for an Uber to this said Airbnb. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, that was
That was
my
nuts.
God.
It's expensive out
That's
there, man.
not cheap,
Expensive,
man.
We're going like I don't even know. I don't even know the equivalent. Like if we were going to like from like Toronto to like Oakville,
Yeah,
that's what it felt like, the
Mhm.
distance. But then
it wasn't that far.
it was not. Yeah,
Yeah,
not
but
good.
other than that, that's Cali for you.
Yeah.
We'll be right back after this message from. Well, there's no message. We're probably just gonna watch a video, so we'll be back in a bit. Bye.
Peace. All right, so we're back. We have a video here that Carlos happened to pick out.
Yes, I want to shout out a video that meant a lot to me growing up. This is a video of a man who unfortunately passed away just today. He was arrested after eating what he called a succulent Chinese meal, and it's wrong. Because all I know is if you get arrested for eating succulent Chinese meals, Ryan would be serving a life term right as we speak.
Wow.
What? Is it true? Have you not had a succulent Chinese meal before?
Yeah, that is true.
Right?
I've had many of them.
Thank you.
Lifetime's worth, if anything.
Yes, exactly my point. So we're going to watch this video of this man who was wrongfully arrested, damn it. And RIP, because he's a hero in my eyes. And I just recently found out that he was Australian. I don't know why he talks like this, but anyways, check out this video.
Yeah, so real quick before I do start,
Yeah.
I've seen this video a few times.
Yes.
It is an absolute classic.
Yes.
For those who don't know, and yes, I'm talking about the Gen Zs. You guys should go watch this video.
Indeed.
It's definitely a classic.
Yes.
What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal?
American Express investigator followed a man he thought was one of Queensland's most wanted to a Valley restaurant. Minutes later, police had the business surrounded.
Where is this?
Australia.
This is Australia? So
Yeah.
the police in Australia be dressing up like this.
Yeah, man.
All right.
You don't like that?
I guess.
You wouldn't, if your lady walked into the room dressed with the skirt and them like that? You don't think that's hot?
Well, the guy on the right, like the cop on the right, looks like a generic like 80s police
Sure.
officer, what they dressed like. But the lady on the left looks like she's going out for brunch or something like that.
Like shopping at Sears.
Yeah, something like that.
You know, like a Sears catalog.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She looks
but-
good. She looks too good to be a
Yeah,
police officer.
Is that what you're
That's
saying?
what I'm
You're just
saying.
like, if you walk by, you're like, oh, golly, wow.
Yeah.
Like, arrest me, officer.
she's actually not like the just to quickly throw it to the other side, the other police officer that they had in Toronto this week.
What?
She gave the finger. I don't know if you saw that
I
video.
heard. I didn't see the video, but I heard about
Yeah,
it.
So yeah, I don't know.
What, was she attractive?
She was.
Really?
She's a very good looking.
So you're just like, ooh, baby.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Well, she gave the middle finger to
Oh,
a
you
biker,
giving me the
so,
finger, baby?
and I'm a bicycle guy now.
Oh, I see. Oh,
it
so
cho-
you,
I didn't ask for this life; it chose me. So
you're gonna have the law on
Yeah.
your case
So-
at all times.
so screw her.
Whoa.
But and defund the police.
Damn.
But we'll go
Well,
ahead
that
and-
escalated quickly from just a
we'll
funny
go ahead and-
video.
We'll go ahead and watch this.
Then sent in a delegation.
We're under arrest.
Look, I'm under what?
Under what?
Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest. What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? Democracy Manifest.
And he didn't appreciate the way he was handled.
See that chap over there? Get your hand off my penis!
It took 6 officers to restrain him. His major concern was the meal he'd left behind.
What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal?
Eventually, they had him in custody.
I believe that it's all to do with stolen credit cards.
I understand that he has buying
Stolen credit cards.
numerous amateur theater groups.
Pause the video. Here's the deal. That is a man. This man looks like, how old did you say he is?
I don't know.
Like 50, 60?
Oh, is that the same guy?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's how old would you think? If you had to assume.
If I were to assume
Yeah.
him, he probably looked like he's in his 50s.
50s, all right? a
Late
50-year-old
50s,
man,
yeah.
you know, elder with the white hair,
Yeah.
and a voice deep as you would believe.
Yeah.
Right. I was talking to a girl that sounded just like this,
Wow.
and she's only 20 something years old. And you know what it is? Cigarettes. Ladies, don't smoke cigarettes
Stay off the
because
cigarettes.
stay off the cigarettes. All right. I understand that sometimes you want to feel like you want to do some, wickedness and some hood rat things with your friends, but cigarettes is not the way, or else you end up sounding like this dude. Or even worse, you even might need the. Do they still have those? What are you doing?
They do.
Oh,
That stuff
yeah,
is definitely real.
you don't need
Yeah.
that shit. All right, ladies. So stay off the cigarettes. It's not attractive.
I love that.
That's all I gotta say.
To be just a prolific false pretender.
But only hours after his arrest, the watch house granted him bail, leaving the police red-faced and empty-handed.
We are sincerely sorry that he obtained bail, but
They
under
messed
the
up.
situation he was allowed to have bail.
Well, I mean, I know one person who's not sorry for the arrest, and that's me, because they gave me years and years of entertainment. This
that is
video,
true. He became a legend.
he became an icon and
He
a
literally
legend
became
a meme in internet fame,
Yeah, man.
a Hall of Fame meme.
Yeah.
So,
Rest in peace, man.
R.I.P. You know, sorry you were wrongfully
Rest in
arrested,
peace.
but thank you for the entertainment and for talking Shakespearean when you get arrested.
Yeah.
So
Beautifully said.
yeah, so thank you for that. Anywho, we're gonna continue on with the show now. So be back in a jiff.
We'll be back.
Ah!
And we're back.
And we are back. We're back. I so should I tell them what just happened before?
Oh yeah, definitely. So I didn't know. So I'm pretty much screwed for the next bit of time.
So folks, right now we only have about 30 minutes left to record, but God knows what could happen. But essentially, Ryan had found out that he had some edibles.
So I got
gummies.
Gummy edibles. Yeah.
So I'm thinking, okay, just regular gummy. That's fine. It'll be fine.
No big
Then
deal.
he pulled out the gummy. Folks, it was the biggest gummy I've ever seen in my entire life.
This thing is
Whether
like
it be regular gummies at the store, Jolly Rancher,
Yeah.
or any sort, this is the biggest gummy I've ever seen.
It's like the pre-gummy. If you go to like candy like factories and they cut it
They
up
cut
into
it up
small
into pieces. It was like, no,
was-
let's leave
yeah.
the brick in there and let the people enjoy.
Yeah.
And per gummy, how big is it?
So each gummy, there was 100 milligrams per gummy
Oh my God in heaven.
of CBD
Oh my
or
God.
whatever the is it THC or
Right.
CBD that's in gummies? I don't know which one.
Yes.
I don't know which one it is.
It could be either or.
Either or.
Yeah.
So I'm not a big, for
Nor
those who
am
know
I.
me, me and Carlos we don't partake in that stuff. Not that
Not
there's anything
really.
wrong with it.
Yeah.
Support you, do whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
With you.
But I've had my fair share of gummies
Yeah.
in the past, and he was asking me how much is the regular, and I told him honestly, I really don't know.
Yeah.
And
So
we
before took our
yeah.
commercial break. We looked it up.
And before we looked it up, he took
I already ate some.
he took half of it. What was it, like a half?
Half. So that should be, if it was balanced properly, that would have been like 50 milligrams.
50 milligrams.
Yeah.
So he took the bite, and we're still looking up how much is a regular, and it comes to find out it's roughly between like 5 to 9 milligrams. So this dude took in 50 milligrams worth.
So I won't be good in a bit.
So yeah, we might see Ryan legit enter a coma during this episode. So we're gonna keep
hopefully
you
we'll
in
be
the
okay.
loop, but we'll keep you. I'll keep you posted.
Well, like I was talking to the person that gave them to me.
Yeah,
and they were
dude,
like,
I don't even think the place near me sells that big.
I don't think they're legal. I'll be honest.
That's
with you.
crazy.
I don't think it's even legal to have that. I'm surprised. I'm hoping that it was just false advertisement.
Jesus.
But the person that gave them to me told me that they took like a bunch of them, but they smoke regularly, like every day.
Right.
But they were like, yeah, it didn't do much, so I figured, okay, I think.
But
I'll be
how
okay.
was the person? Would they speak normally, or are they like
No, they're
one of
fine.
those?
They're normal.
One of those hippies.
They're fine.
Just
So it'll be
you'll be
interesting.
fine, bro.
So we'll see what happens in the next
you'll
hour.
be fine, dude. Just
we'll definitely be ending the episode before anything happens.
I mean,
because edibles usually take a little bit of time to kick in.
Absolutely.
So,
but this is, dude.
sleeping
You might
well
not
tonight.
be. You might not be even awake by the time we shoot our next episode.
Yeah. Just
Like you'll legit be in a coma for like a one whole last week.
let's hope not.
I mean, but fingers
Got stuff
crossed
to
that
do.
it's not the case. But all right, let's talk about Cali again. Since
Yeah.
it's that type of do you remember Cali since you've taken that?
So yeah, we took the Airbnb from
Yeah.
Chinatown. So definitely recommend Unos Dos Tacos in San Fran.
Hmm.
There's actually a bunch of different places that we just didn't get to go just due to timing, like the ferry port,
Wars, Fisherman's
Wharves,
Wharfs.
Fisherman's Wharfs,
Yeah.
and there's a couple of restaurants out there. Like I was looking up a bunch of different African restaurants, Cambodian restaurants that we just didn't get to go to, unfortunately,
due to time constraints.
just due to timing. Like when you go to a wedding, a lot of that stuff really takes up a lot of the time. Not like in a bad way, because we definitely would have chose to be there. It's just
you say that.
oh wow,
Hear me
wow,
out.
wow.
Listen, it
Wow.
was for the folks that got married and the family that invited us. I love them. They know I do.
Wow. I don't agree with anything.
No,
that happened
no,
right now.
but you do, because I know you told me on the plane. We miss Caravana for this. All right. We missed the biggest weekend in Toronto for this. All right. I'm not complaining about the wedding part. It's just, where was the Gyaldum in the city of San Francisco?
Ooh, that's an interesting one.
Where's the Gyaldum?
That is an interesting one.
I didn't see.
Tell them.
I
your
didn't
experience.
see. I didn't see a lot of Gyaldum. I'm gonna be
Woo.
real with you.
Woo.
I didn't see it. So I'm gonna
That's
call you
mean.
out, San Fran.
Damn.
I'm gonna
We
call
were in
you
San
out.
Jose too, though.
And you know what?
The Bay Area in general.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
Didn't see it.
Wow.
No bunda, no nothing.
Wow.
I'm just gonna say, and that's probably just me being on a lot of stress because of what I missed out on Caravana, because there's a lot of bunda that weekend. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if maybe it's a comparisons like that, but it's Bay Area. What are we doing? Where are you? Because I don't know if maybe we just went to the wrong towns, wrong areas. Because I'm not gonna lie, the areas that we went to were fairly quiet.
Yeah, it was a lot more quiet.
A lot more quieter. So if it's the area, if I was in the wrong areas, I apologize. I'm not saying the Bay Area don't got it. I just haven't seen it.
Oh.
All right.
Ooh.
So Bay Area, but I will admit there are some Saweeties in there. No pun intended, because Saweetie is from the Bay Area.
Oh wow, good one.
Right?
I didn't recognize that, but okay, I like it.
So there are some Saweeties out there.
Yeah.
They legitimately.
Yeah. I wasn't looking, marketing director, but I do agree. Toronto is definitely another level of city.
And I think that's also it. It's because we're from Toronto.
Toronto is a high-end,
yes,
beautiful, beautiful city,
Yes.
people and streets and all. So it was definitely hard to compare.
I agree.
So we were in a much larger area, or at least a different area. So maybe we were expecting too much going there. But it definitely was not a Toronto.
I remember taking the bus here today, and I'm just looking out the street, and I'm just like, oh God, I miss the city.
Goddamn.
God damn.
Goddamn.
Lord have mercy. But anyways, let us focus.
Yeah.
Let us not be led astray. All right. Bay Area. If you're watching and you're offended by this, I'm sorry. I'm not asking you to get no BBLs or nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
that.
Don't just don't. Again, I wasn't in the right areas. All right. Y'all there were some beautiful women there, especially at the wedding. There were some beautiful women there.
Yeah.
All right. And there were some cool folk that we met from Vancouver, BC. Shout out to y'all. You guys are cool. But
interesting people.
Yes.
That whole trip.
Yeah. Interesting trip in general.
California is just an interesting place.
It is a very fascinating place.
I did get a sense that when we were out there, it did feel like a Toronto. Like when Carlson and I were out just kind of doing our own thing the first day, like when we went to this one bar, it kind of felt like we're in Toronto. We're talking to the bartender. He was from Sacramento and then moved to the Bay Area.
Yes.
He's a really Toronto kind of guy. Like he would like Toronto.
Laid back,
chilled.
Yeah.
Just some of the other people that we kind of like bumped into here and there and stuff like that. But I think majority of the people that we met were a little bit more very generically American, I think. And I was really surprised about that because I didn't expect that coming from a liberal or like a democratic state in comparison to like a Texas or like any of the major blue states out there, or red states, is it? I think that's considered Republican.
It's red states, yeah.
Red states, right? So because it's reverse for us.
Right.
But that was a really interesting part. I didn't really expect that by
Mhm.
any means. And then like even like the gun laws, like everyone still has a gun out there. You know what I mean? And which I
We
didn't
saw a
expect.
whole ass gun store.
I didn't think it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
I thought like being the more democratic, the more liberal state in itself, more people were like, oh, like timid away from guns, like, oh, we don't like guns and stuff like that here. But it seems like everybody we met had a gun. They just don't flaunt it the way that it's like, heard of and stuff like that. And we always hear about things like Texas, all of the major red states, just people in general, small towns. Everyone's like proud of having guns, and I
Right.
guess they're just a little bit more timid at talking about it. But everyone still has one out there, which was one thing that kind of surprised me.
But you know what?
Um,
I ain't mad at it because it's their goddamn right.
wow.
Gun laws, baby. It's your right to own guns because this is America, Playboy. Let's get it. Let's go. 4 more years, Trump. 4 more years.
I'm surprised we didn't run into any Trump like loving people, like the whole
No
with
Trump,
flags and stuff
no
like that.
flag or
Yeah, nothing like
or
that.
postage on a yard or
lawn
anything.
nothing like that. We didn't see any of that.
Nothing
So
like
that
that.
was like interesting.
I
thought
guess
we would've.
I guess maybe closer to election day, maybe we'll see.
Yeah,
But who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? Yeah, but I remember seeing that gun store. I'm like, I was looking in. They had some pretty heavy artillery in that place.
they were going to war.
Yeah,
That place.
absolutely. I'm just saying that is not the place you want to step to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? One robbery across the street, homeboy could jump out just like, let's do it.
Not good.
No, so yeah, steer clear of America as much as you can, especially during election time, because yeah, shit's gonna get real. Shit will be real.
So what were your thoughts about just outside of California? What was the wedding? How was the wedding for you?
Wedding was great. I had a really good time. Food was outstanding. They served up. They served up. They weren't lying about open bar.
Nope.
We had
on that
yeah, Saturday. Yeah, we legit could not finish all the drinks.
I'm surprised. Usually like Indian weddings,
they clean out, but no.
Fijian weddings.
They
just
stacked.
overbought.
They
overbought.
stocked drinks.
Yeah,
so I'm just saying that family, they're good for drinks for generations to come.
Long time.
Just leave it at that. But wedding was great. We had a really good time. I didn't dance as much as I thought I would, to be honest, on the wedding or the reception night.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it's just maybe is it old age? You think? Is it just me being like,
No,
I want to be mature.
I think
I want to be mature.
Laid back.
Yeah, I want to lay back. You know what it was? I just saw those friends over there. I'm just like, man, like his group of friends, and I'm like, that's not my crew, man. No disrespect. I like those guys. They're nice dudes and everything. But it's just like, you know what? It was their moment.
It was their moment.
They wanted to have
them.
their fun with the boy.
Yeah.
You know, let them enjoy it and let their family do their thing.
Yeah,
that's what. Yeah, so that's what I'm just like, you know what? Let them do their thing. Those boys are gonna have a good time.
Very considerate.
Yeah, I was just like, you know, let them be them, right?
Yeah, we were the older cats.
We're the OGs, if you will.
The buddy that got married, he's the younger brother of one of our good buddies.
Yeah,
we're buddies with him too, but obviously closer to the older brother.
Yeah.
Thanks for being invited. We definitely were the older OGs of that wedding. In comparison, so we didn't have as much fun as I thought. We would be going ham and stuff like that, but it was definitely still a great time.
And then, but also shout out to the wife because she's cool.
Yeah,
shout out to you.
Yeah, shout out to you.
You know,
you're absolutely wonderful.
You're nothing
welcome
but
to the
nothing
family.
but sweet to us the entire weekend.
Welcome to the family.
Yes,
definitely.
And and I remember at the end of the night for the reception, the ladies from Vancouver, they came up to me and we were talking. And she's like, "Where are you from?" I was like, "Oh, I'm from Toronto." I was like, "Oh, you're Canadian." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm Canadian." Yeah. They're like, "Yeah, we're from Vancouver." And we got into a little bit of a Leafs and Canucks banter.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, so what you gonna do?" And they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, when did the Leafs go win again?" And I'm like, "Oh, wow. You really went there? Okay, you know what?" But at the end of the night, it was all jokes, obviously.
So,
sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, so like one of the most Canadian moments that we had the whole wedding.
I was actually gonna jump into that,
and I have a whole video of it, so I'm gonna.
You do?
I have the whole video.
Oh, good. Send it.
I wasn't in the crowd of it.
Yeah.
I was walking towards it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm actually gonna get a video of this because this is the only video.
Because I didn't know who had a video. I wasn't sure who was recording.
Because all the Canadians were on stage.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Pretty much the MC at the time, he was also Canadian.
Yes.
Shout out to you, Nexus, your homie.
Yes.
He called all the Canadians up, and there was way more of us than I thought there was. But then we all started singing the Canadian anthem, which is really cool.
Yeah, we just got into it. Because she came up to me while we were like bantering, like, we need to get all the Canadians up on the stage. And then Nexus, he announces, I didn't think she was pull it off,
Yeah.
but she goes up to Nexus and asks if the Canadian, they're like, all Canadians, please report to the stage
That's
right now.
crazy.
So we all get up there, and
Yeah.
we're thinking it's going to be a picture, like something. And then I don't know who started
Somebody
it, but we
just
all
started
started
singing
singing
"Oh
"Oh Canada," and we sang it the entire anthem. Everyone else
Yeah.
that's just staring at
the
us
Americans
singing.
are all like,
Yeah, like
"These
what the
yeah.
hell is going on? And we're all just drunk. And I just grabbed the microphone, I'm like, "Yo, Canada! Shout out to Canada!" And everyone's like, "Yeah!" But that was great.
And then there was also shots fired during the.
Can you not say
walk-in.
that while you're in America? While you're
Okay.
talking, come on, what the hell are you
No
going
pun
on?
intended, or pun intended.
Yeah.
But part of the bride's family, they walked into Not Like Us. That was a.
Oh, yes.
That was a
That
little
was
bit, a little bit
who
tough.
was that was the who was
it.
I think it was the wife's I think it was the wife's brother and sister.
Yeah, or
I could
something
be
like that.
mistaken.
And
Yeah.
then they walked in, and then during that night, all of the Toronto people sat in one sort of area.
Yeah.
And he looked over at us, and he was.
And they were
like,
just like,
yeah, they were just like,
they were
dancing
like,
on it. I was like,
okay.
I get it. That was tough.
And that was a little toughy.
I liked
It was
it.
it was nice.
It was cute.
It was nice.
I liked it.
It was nice. But you were overpowered that night. All right. Don't feel like you it's only you dance to that song because we let you.
Ooh.
So
Ooh. Ooh.
anyway, overall, great wedding, great experience,
great
and
wedding.
everyone was really cool. But you know what really made it for me? It was that Sunday.
Oh yeah.
So it was Sunday. We ended up going to the groom's house for a little get together.
So it was like an informal ending to the wedding.
Yeah.
You know, everyone just kind of goes to the groom's
relaxed
house,
clothing, no
relax.
suits, no dress up.
You know, tons of food still.
Yes.
Stuff like that.
Drinks,
obviously.
Yeah. And then we got the Bluetooth going, played music.
I don't know if we got any video. I didn't get any videos.
I don't think there's a lot of video. Maybe we did. I'm sure we did, but I personally don't have any video.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just got together. It was just literally the group, like the groom's group, got together. We started dancing to music and like just turning up.
Yeah.
And it was moments like that. It was just like, man, that's really cool.
Yeah, really allowing them to like let loose and for the
be comfortable.
The bride to really see who we were from Toronto, I think was a really big moment for her to like see who her husband with her friend, like his best friends kind of thing, So extremely special. We turned the party up. Everyone was drinking, having a great time. These guys got a little bit rowdy, but all in good fun. But honestly, that was one of the great nights of that whole wedding in itself. Just allowing the groom to let loose and hang out with his friends. In that sense.
How many hangovers did you have that weekend?
Every morning.
Yeah, that's
I was hungover consistently.
I was not,
and then
because I drank responsibly.
Hair of the dog.
What? Yeah, can we discuss
hair
that?
Of the dog.
What the hell? What does that mean?
It's like a Scottish saying, I think, that you like
hair of the dog.
Hair of the dog.
Hair of the dog.
So then you just keep drinking every time that you're hungover to keep it consistent.
But why hair of the dog? Why not like
I have no idea.
The stinger of the bee?
I have no idea. Hair of the dog.
Tongue of the dog.
Hair of the dog.
Hair of the dog.
That's what we were doing. So we were drinking. I was drinking every morning. I was waking up and drinking beers at 10 in the morning.
That's okay. Well, then you deserve the hangovers then, because that's insane.
We were drinking all day, and then I would wake up.
You
the next
were
morning.
drinking. I was.
I was drinking all day.
Oh my god!
I'm surprised I fit into the suit.
Yeah, I mean, shit, man.
But yeah, great wedding.
But it was a great wedding, great time overall. Not a bad time. I enjoyed myself very much so, and yeah. Shout out to the happily married new couple.
Yes.
But again, we're gonna post some pictures of our events this weekend or this past week, and we'll keep y'all posted as to what's what we did legally.
So one of the cool things is that majority of the wedding party happened to leave on the Sunday. I think it was, or the Monday during the day.
Yes.
Monday morning.
Yes.
So majority of everyone left, we're saying our goodbyes and stuff like that. Me, Carlos, and my little brother decided to stay an extra couple of hours to fly in for the next day, just to kind of spend a little bit more time out there. Especially one of our boys, who you are. But seeing it from that level, or seeing it from that site, was really cool. So we got to go to San Jose. We're walking around this huge mall absolutely massive.
Pretty big.
Pretty-
I think it would give Yorkdale a run for its
It was
money.
definitely bigger than Yorkdale. Like, at least 2 or 3 times bigger than
Absolutely.
Yorkdale.
It was
huge.
like a whole ass community.
Huge. But there was fucking people tweaking in the mall. I saw that a couple times.
Did you?
Yeah, I saw it once or twice. I think you guys were like looking the other way or in the bathroom or something like that.
So
But
you
there was
see
one dude just tweaking in the middle of the hallway in the mall. Yeah, that was crazy.
Damn.
So yeah, we got a little bit of just that.
Do you think he was strapped too?
I don't know, probably.
Damn,
I wouldn't be surprised.
Can you imagine a crackhead with a gun on
I would
him?
not be surprised.
That is
It's
not
America.
a good. That's not good. That's not good.
And then we went to sort of a famous area, Santana Row, I think it's called. Santana Lane.
Santana Row. Yeah, I think it's Santana Row.
Across from the mall. Bunch
Yeah.
of different restaurants and
Yeah.
like bars supposedly and
Yeah.
stuff like that. That was really cool.
Mm.
Went to a place called Straits.
They have a Yeti store out there.
Yeah, Yeti store, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Um,
I've seen on near that street. It's the biggest Best Buy I've ever seen in my life.
yeah, that was huge.
That was a massive ass Best Buy.
That area, you could definitely tell there's like some high money,
Absolutely.
high roller money out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that
And
was
then
really
went
good. The
to
food was
that
pretty
one
good.
little restaurant.
Yeah, the food was good.
Oh.
Carlos had the greatest time. at that
Oh, the
restaurant.
food was really good, but the waitresses. Now,
That was the one time.
I have to take back a little bit about what I said about Galdo. Them waitresses were.
That was a good place.
Shoot, that was
I had a
they
good
were
steak.
solid.
I had a good steak.
The Lord bless them.
Steak was good.
You're talking about steak. I'm talking about cake.
Wow. We're never welcome in San Francisco, especially
oh my God.
especially Straits on Santana
you
Lane.
Want steak.
Um,
I want cake.
for the
Time
rest
to
of our
blow.
lives. But oh my god, oh my god.
What, man?
No, but it was good.
It was good.
It's a good place.
It was good.
Yeah, and they were very pretty.
They were
I'll give them
very
that.
pretty, very nice,
very
very
attractive.
nice, very good service. Great overall.
But yeah, and then right before we were heading to the airport, we got to hang out at a kind of a little beach.
Is it a
sort of
beach or
thing,
like a
little
lake?
park
Like a little, yeah,
with a
park
river
by the
through it.
lake, park by a river, I
It
guess.
was nice.
Near
Supposedly
some
that was
retirement
where-
homes.
Supposedly that's where like Steph Curry lives, in that area.
Oh,
yeah, supposedly.
interesting.
One of the most richest areas in California.
Yes, that's what they were saying. Yeah,
So yeah, like
a
overall,
lot of boats,
lot of boats.
a lot of boats,
boathouses,
Mm,
a lot of money in that area.
yeah, looks
That
like
was
it.
one thing that shocked me overall about California. I knew it was going to be expensive, but I didn't think it was going to be that expensive.
Well,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
A lot
yeah,
of the
no,
stuff,
that's a
like
good
I
point.
feel like the stuff in Toronto, it was like if you were to go to a restaurant in Toronto versus like San Francisco, the prices would be the same, but our currencies are different.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So you're getting a lot more value with the dollar here in comparison. So that was the really interesting thing. Like I was saying earlier, like the 4 tacos and a beer for $51 Canadian, that would have got you like 8 tacos in Toronto. You know what I
Right.
mean? With 1 beer kind of things, or like 3 beers.
Right.
So that was one of the biggest differences. So it definitely is not a cheap city by any means.
No.
I feel like we keep running into that. Costa Rica, now this.
Yeah. So we're gonna take a chill pill on the expensive
we
cities.
need to go to like Asia or something.
Yeah,
like
like
that.
go somewhere like
where it's
not
like
as
$1
expensive.
for like a whole meal
Yeah.
or something like that. But,
Right. Mexico,
Mexico.
Tijuana. Well, I'm just saying.
Wow.
I heard good things. More bang for your buck if you get my drift.
That's all there is. Bang for your buck
hey,
out there.
man.
Yeah.
Hey, I didn't, folks.
But overall, like San Francisco, I would definitely go back.
Yeah.
There's a lot that I wanted to see that I didn't get to do just due to the time restraints and the restrictions.
You said the gay bar, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I would rent a car out there because you definitely got to get a car out there. Just a lot of different things that we just didn't get to see. The city in itself is really nice. Yet again, I wouldn't want to. I don't know if I'd live there.
I wouldn't live there. No.
Wouldn't
start no family there.
Why is that?
Hear me out. It's just.
Why is that?
It's just very. It seems nice on paper. Like the weather's nice all year round.
Yep.
And I just don't get a lot of variety out there.
Interesting.
From me personally. I feel like you have to go out of your way to go to a nice spot to eat, and nothing's open past like 10 o'clock over there.
That was another weird
That's
thing.
odd.
Yeah.
You would think in a city like that where it's so nice and because there are some spots there that are pretty cool, and it would be nice if they open later. But nothing opens late over there.
That was really odd.
Even the McDonald's closes early, dude.
Yeah, the McDonald's closed
There's
like
like
what,
no
11
24.
or
There's
12
no
or something like that?
24/7 out there,
No.
dude.
Very odd.
That's come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
The only thing that was open that was like the liquor store at night.
And they serve liquor until 2 a.m. Sorry.
Yeah.
So it's absolute nonsense. I mean, come on. Like me and a homeboy of mine were going around town fiending for alcohol, and they won't sell it to us because we're minutes late.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Some BS, man.
Yeah.
Almost have to grab the guy by the collar, like, you're gonna give me the alcohol. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And that's how we were shot. That's
And
how
that's
five
how we were
Canadians
shot at.
died.
Yeah.
Trying to buy alcohol.
And you
past
know
2
what?
p.m. 2
And I
a.m..
died happy, damn it, because you know what? If you caught me tweaking for alcohol, it probably was because it was a good night. That's all. That's all.
So before we end the episode, Carlos, give us your full overview of California in general. What did you like? What did you don't like?
All right.
Would you ever go back?
All right.
All that good stuff.
All right.
You plan on moving there?
Yeah.
You're moving there tomorrow.
Yeah.
Did you already get married to a Mexican lady?
Speaking of, where were the Latinas at?
We saw a few of them. I thought there was
that's
way
the
more.
thing. Why few? Why not
there was
many?
A lot of them. I thought there was
why
a lot
not
of them,
many?
too. I'm surprised.
I was trying to find a wife.
Like maybe in California, maybe in LA, but
but that's so lame, dude. Whatever. Anyway, I just want to say out there to all you Latinas that I missed, I apologize. All right. I wish to talk to you, but there was one Latina that I talked to, which was our Uber driver, Erica. Erica, if you're watching, if you happen to be watching, que lo que, mami, ¿cómo estás?
Wow.
Tuta buena. You know what I mean? Oh,
she was a cutie.
Muy bonita. Anywho, but so would I move there? Absolutely not. No, no, I would never. Would I go again? Yeah, for sure. I would go again to explore more. What would I recommend? So the Uno Dos Tacos. What was the name of that? I don't know if I'd recommend the place. I think that place is pretty overrated. Country something.
Country Way.
It
was like a diner.
Yeah,
bar.
It's a diner. Very awarded. Like it got like Restaurant of the Year since like 2006.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't know. The food was pretty bleh. Like it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't spectacular neither.
You know what? My sandwich is pretty good, but I think it's like on par with like a Wimpy's out here.
Yeah.
Like if you were to go to a Wimpy's in Canada,
you think Wimpy's is? I think Wimpy's was much better.
I think Wimpy's is like it's pretty good.
Yeah,
it's like pretty good.
Yeah,
you know,
I thought it was much better than that place though. Yeah. I would recommend Jersey Mike's though.
Jersey Mike's.
That was solid.
You liked it, huh?
That was a great set. I got me a Philly cheese, or not? Is it Philly cheese? Just a cheesesteak. I don't know if it's a Philly cheesesteak.
I guess they call it a California cheesesteak.
Oh, it was similar, yeah.
So I think Jersey cheesesteak.
Why are you looking at me like that when you're saying it like that?
I'm saying.
What are you trying to imply?
Jersey cheesesteak.
Oh, God, you're disgusting. Either or, Jersey Mike's is great. You should definitely check it out there. What area is that called again?
The Jersey Mike's?
Yeah, where the Jersey Mike's was?
Do you know Saluna or Saluna?
Okay, it's hot as hell over there, folks. Oh, speaking of weather, don't let the goddamn Cali's sun shit fool you. It gets cold as hell at night.
Yeah.
If it's by the water, it's cold as hell. Yeah. So bring sweaters. I'm not playing. I don't care where you stay. Bring sweaters.
Mid-20s, high 20s during the day. And then all of a sudden at night, it's like a slap
12, 11 at night.
Crazy.
So don't let the sun fool you.
Yeah.
It gets cold.
Very weird.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm surprised people didn't get like sick.
You know?
Don't get sick from that kind of stuff. So,
folks.
I don't know.
So yeah, don't let that fool you. Yell them. Y'all know how I feel. Except for that restaurant there and the wedding. There were some beautiful ladies there.
Damn.
That overall, I rate the trip 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Damn. That's a good number.
It would have gotten a 10, but there was not a lot of. The weather made it not a 10.
Yeah.
And yeah. What about you?
I'm gonna give the wedding definitely a 10 out of 10.
Great wedding.
But California in general, and definitely just due to time restraints and stuff we just didn't get to do, I'll definitely give it an 8 as well. And maybe when we go back, we'll change our number. And then definitely if you've been to California, the Bay Area, and there's certain things that we should have done and that we didn't, and then you can critique us, tell us that we're wrong. give us recommendations, all
We
that
should
kind
have
of
head to a
stuff.
gay bar there.
We should have. Probably would have been a lot of fun.
It would have been probably would have
Yeah,
been.
I saw a
great.
few couples, man. I'm glad to see it that they were.
There
out and
was
about.
a few couples. Yeah.
Well, I heard San Fran's like very. Well, they originally have the very first LGBTQ rights advocation.
That's where. Yeah, that's what it was in America. In America, that's where it was born.
Yeah, in the Bay Area. So.
Harvey Milk, man.
Yeah, the milkman.
I didn't like that at all. Anywho, folks, that is this week's episode. Tune in next week where who knows, we might need some public relations training because
definitely. Today was not. We coming back from America.
Yeah, and we came out swinging.
Yeah.
All right, so that's it for this week. Apologies to all those, but I'm Carlos.
I'm Ryan,
and this is the Blank with Carlos and Ryan. And I'm starting to think that we need a viewer discretion thing before our videos.
Definitely do.
Well, we don't curse a lot, but our subject matter could use some work.
I'm hoping these gummies don't hit too hard.
Oh, you're still alive. That's good. So we made it. But yes, this is the Blank with Carlos and Ryan. And as always, thank y'all for the support. Don't forget to like and subscribe and tell your friends. Tell your friends and your friends. And then we can grow and get more guests and find ladies for me, not for this guy. He's subtle. So anyways, as always, folks, fill it.
Peace, everybody.
Bye.